Well, hello there everybody. Welcome back to Moss Valley on Farming Simulator 25 with me, Farmer T. And we've had a lot of change since the end of the last episode. We've got the weeding to do in the 2 canola fields. That's going to get done today. I have, just before I started recording, purchased this field with a sorghum ready to harvest before they started harvesting it. That was about 23,500, so we've got that to do as well. That'll have to be done in this month. Yeah, these two, as I say, need weeding. Also, we have put one of the open air gardens in, only the little one, and I'm just running out on water at the moment. And I'm doing carrots, parsnips and spinach. So we won't get a lot, but the idea is just to see how it goes in the canning production at the top up there. Because all 3 of those can be tinned up or canned up, which I don't know if they're jarred up, whatever they are. So I'm just running that with water. I bought another water tank. So yeah, I've got those 3 running. Just see how it goes, really. We've already got a pallet of... oh, that's another thing. Forgot about that. Let's have a look. Running through all sorts here, aren't I? I brought some flour. Oh, here we go. We're doing noodle soup. It's flour and eggs. So I brought a pallet of eggs up. And some flour, as you can see there. And, yeah. It's up and running. We've got 2 pallets of that already, and it will hold. Yeah, it'll store quite a few, won't it? So yeah, that's going. And then, as I say, I want to get the other stuff, the canned peas. Oh, it's already starting on them. Look. So what am I on about? That's what's left from the other production. Ignore me. I might go away. Yeah. So. Progress on anything else? I can't think what else we've got to do. Oh, we've got this juice to sell, so we will get this out of the way, and then I'm going to get the bat wing on here and get the grass field started. Put a worker on that while I do the thing. What did we get for that? Oh, 22. Nice. That actually paid for that field. Right. Oh, and that, I don't know if you can see the little green container there, which was the refillable box thing I had with the chickens. I couldn't get it to refill. But whether I've got a conflict on or I'm doing something wrong, so I brought it back here, and I'm just going to dump it with the trailer, as I did before, really. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with it. As I say, chances are it was probably me. It usually is. Get this one done, and then we'll get the worker on that, and then we will do some weeding. So we will, of course, be we'll be doing a speedy up or something today, because we've got the grass cut in, and then next month we've got the corn, which is quite a big field, obviously. So we will get as much of this done in this episode as we can. So it might be slightly bit of a longer one, but as I say, if we can get some speedies up on it. Where am I going? Do you know I'm losing it big time, aren't I? I need to be It's Sunday morning, that's my excuse. In real life, anyway. Alright, get round here. Now then, I've got... Actually, now I think about it, you know, I don't know if this field lets us do it. Oh, yes, it does. Right. Why are we still moving? Stop. Thank you. Right, let's get him on there then and see what happens. I know he won't do all the edges, but I'm not bothered. Bang. Bang. Right, okay, we will leave that one. We will go start on this. And then, as I say, there's the sorghum as well, so whether we'll get that done this episode, that might bring into the next one before we move on to the following month. Yours. We've got about 3 pallets of wool, I believe, as well. The eggs, I'll just have to keep doing that, taking them to the other thing. I think there is that mod that came out. You can put things on the where they spawn, and I don't know if you can transfer it or not. Anyway, lower weeder. Off we go. Yep, that is our sorghum field there. It's not a very big field, but it's a crop ready to go, isn't it? So it seemed a shame not to get it, to be honest. I don't know what we'll get off it. A few thousand litres maybe, and then obviously decide what we're going to put in it next year. We'll probably put a grain crop, oats or something like that in it, just so we can keep the flour going. I mean, I don't know, I haven't done all the workings out to see whether or not doing the noodle soup is worth it or not, because it takes a while before it's used a pallet of eggs. Is it fair? You know, I think it uses only, I can't remember what the mixture is, I'll have to have a look. But obviously if you've got the flour and the eggs combined, but I would have thought, you would think, wouldn't you? You'd like to think that it's got to be worth doing, but I'm doing it anyway, so it's mad, really. I'm just waffling again. Yours. So we will have, like I say, the other field there. There are weeds growing in the ones we've not put anything in, but obviously that doesn't matter. Yeah, and I did try, I don't know if we're on the grass field as you enter it there, I'd chopped a few trees down at the front of that, just as an experiment. Because I was going to put a ramp either side of the fence. I might still do that in the future, but that's the only way you could get into those woods, and then you'd have to buy that land. And I wasn't going to chop really many more trees down. It was going to be a case of I was going to put maybe another goat pasture in there. And now, which one did we go down? Did we do that one? Yeah, I think we did, didn't we? I'm going to have to look at that. No, I don't think we did. Yeah, and then I was going to put one of the fenceless pastures in and try and just do it all around the woods, the foresty bit. Where are we? Wait, oh, well, yeah, we're all right then. Yeah. I remember, I'll show you when we get over there. Oh, yeah. Well, but I mean, we don't need one. We've got that one there. I just thought it would look good. So, we've got sheep in that one, haven't we? So I thought, well, I'd put goats in that one. But then it's just, you're going down the milk thing again, aren't we? And I don't think our canning thing uses milk, so... Right. I will, yeah. I will see you soon. Right. Finally cut you back in. Yeah, the worker got stuck on the fence round there after doing 3/4 of a lap, so I took over, did the 2 outer laps, and then I've set them on just doing the inside what's the names, and obviously I'm coming down and doing the starting on the baling. I did cut back in as I came onto the field, and I'd paused the recording while I did the outer bits and sorted out the worker, and I forgot, did my usual thing. So I've actually sort of come round this bend. I was just up there, I was explaining about the trees I'd chopped down, so I'll have to do that when I get back up there later on. I explained it all, came round, looked at my other screen and realised the red light wasn't on. I'd left it paused because I'm an idiot. But hey, right, let's get back there. Right. I'll tell you what. Quite quick for the bales, isn't it? Oh, mind you, I did have one. Oh no, that's the one up there, though, isn't it? Yeah, seems to be. Whether we're getting a better, what's the name on this lot? It's all lambed and fated and everything, isn't it? And windmill's chugging along. Some more flour there. I maybe should have put that to send it to the other production, you know. I think what we might do here is stay on this bottom bit. What I'll do is, while we're on here now, I'm going to do that. Where are we? Old grain mill. Right, flour. Which one are we actually doing? Oat flour, aren't we? We haven't got a lot of it, so we'll distribute that. See if it goes to the canning, what's the name, whatever it's called. Right then, so so yeah, we've got this one to do. Then these, obviously the bales I want picking up, so I'll come down with the telehandler with that. Then it's the sorghum, isn't it? I think we'll probably get that. We'll get it started at least. Reset the bale counter, so I don't know how many we've got on it. I'll just have to count them when I take them up, but seems to be 6 or 7 there, which isn't bad. Mind you, I did do the top end, so it's a pity I didn't get one of the AI balers on here. Then I could have got the AI to do it, couldn't I? But hey ho, I didn't. Just going to be more. I'm either going to have to cut in here, aren't I, or do a speedy up on the sorghum. I don't like doing too many, but it's the only way we're going to get it all done, I think. I'll say we'll have the corn to do in the next episode. Right, I'm not going any further up because the tractor will end up stopping because it's got a bale in the way or something, won't it? I'll know all the work. Right, I will. I'll crack on with this, and then I'll cut you back in when I'm coming back down with the telehandler. Or I might leave the bales actually, and this will probably want. It might want fertilising. I'm not really sure. I'll check all of that before the end of the day. I can always when we're doing the corn. And do that. I'll leave, put a worker on that after a while, and then I can come down and get these baled up, can't I? So it's not all just about doing the corn. See if we get caught up on that fence at that end would not surprise me. Oh, the deer are out. Right, yeah, we'll do that. I will cut back in when we've got this done. See you shortly. Right, and here we are, ready to do the canola. Sorghum. I put everything back in the yard. I've got the telehandler down there ready to go, and yeah, and as you can see, oh, why is he lifting up there? Go downhill. Yeah, so I'm down with it, aren't I? Yeah. Well, I'll have to do that from the side then, won't I? Oh, I forgot where I was now. Yeah, so I brought the truck down as well. As I say, what sort of yield we're going to get off this, I do not know. It's not really got any nitrogen in it. Missing bits at the side which I don't like. But yeah, I just thought we'd get this, we can bang this in the mill because I think it does sorghum flour. If it doesn't, it'll do for the chickens. I'll keep it for the chickens and sell the barley we've got. We've still got a lot of barley in there and it still hasn't eaten the wheat from the previous harvest. We've still got about 4,000 or 5,000 litres of that left, I think. Collision on that, and then we'd have been, I'd have had to jump out and chop it down. That's half the problem. Is a lot of the trees on this map, in some of the areas, are deep in the ground. But yeah, as I say, it's not very big field. This. We'll get this to in no time really, and then we'll go down and plonk a few bales on the trailer. Okay. That's the next field I've got my eye on, because that has got wheat in it, and you can just sit on that, wait, and then buy that before it's due, the month before it's ready for harvest, so we'll have plenty of time to get the money in for it. Bit of bother getting in the field actually. I managed to get in, but I did have to go over the front edge there. Yeah, this particular field will want lime fertiliser a lot. The grass one I've had a look at, and I think we're okay for everything on that one. So we'll just leave that. I mean, we won't get another cut this year. But obviously it'll be ready when we get in the spring. Be an early-ish cut, won't it? There's at least 3 pallets of wool over there. If our production goes well with the noodles and everything, we might get some more chickens. Obviously that will mean getting sorting out what sort of chicken pen we're going to get. We haven't really got another field put them in. Or I could look at that where I was on about for the goats. I could put a chicken thing in there, can't I? Well, there's an idea. If it'll let me. I don't know if there's a fenceless one, but there's the fenced one, isn't there? It's just whether it'll let us place the fence with all the trees being there. We would have to buy that land as well, so we will see. And we could just chop a corner of the field off and do it, couldn't we? If that's the case, we could do it in along with that one, or we could get rid of that one and just put a bigger one in at that end of the field, I suppose. We'll see. We haven't got, I mean, we've only got those oats really. Mind you, I say there's the barley in there for the flour. I never thought about that. Oh, you forgot about that. Well, I didn't forget, I just didn't think. Now there's something new. You're not thinking. I forget how loud that combine is. It's the, yeah. It's not as loud as the Dominator one that I've used. I think what was I using that on? Using that on... Oh, is that rain? Yeah, right. Okay, we've got rain, ladies and gentlemen, so we will leave that. We'll come over here and do a bit of this. So it was, that dictated the order we were going to do things, didn't it? Well, we might as well do a bit of this, haven't we? It's a lot easier when you've got the auto load thing actually on, but you're not driving around doing it. Just you're not having to stack it quite so much. Cheating. Well, technically, it's like I've got It's like having an invisible man stood on the trailer and he's stacking the stacking the bales up as I put them on, grabbing them off me, if you like. Right. Oh. Right. There we go. Very nice. Oh, there's a thing. I forgot to mention that, didn't I? The eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed that a shed's gone. And I think I got 10,000 for it, but I didn't do it to get the money as such. It was more, oh no, what am I doing? Oh my gosh. Yeah, where I've put the garden, I wanted, you can see I've flattened it a bit more to the side so we could get in for the pallets, and then I ended up just, I'm sending them straight across to the production anyway. But that was it. I needed to flatten that because you can see where the previous road was, and the shed was, if you remember, the track only just sort of squeezed past the shed that was there. So unfortunately it had to go. I didn't mind the 10,000, don't get me wrong. But obviously, like I said before, I'm not willing. I mean, I could just demolish all of them really, because we don't need them, but we're not going to. There's the 100 grand in one of them greenhouses at the garden centre if we're really desperate. So, but I somehow don't think we're going to be now. I think we don't really need any new equipment really, do we? So it'll be interesting to see how much we make from the corn. Very interesting, actually. Lift up, that's it, and down, there we go. No, I wish you wouldn't do that. I'm making a hash of this, aren't I? Oh dear me. We're on. Right. Oh yeah, I never showed you that bit, did I? Because that was the bit where I hadn't pressed record again. I'll show you that bit up there where I was talking about. I mean, it will work. You've got to spend a bit of money doing it and buy the land. So I did get it where it was pretty much level, but then I needed to buy the land, and I thought, well, I'm not, I don't need to do that to practice it. That we would just find out. When we get done, because I mean we don't need to cut down much of that. If we're just going to put like the extra chickens on it or something like that, which is what as I say, what I said about before was goats. I'll come up here and show you. I mean, there is forestry in there we can chop down. But they're only the thin things, aren't they? There's all the bushes, so I got rid of a few of those. You can see this little clear area here, and there's some ramps you can get, and basically you get one here and it fits perfectly snug up against here, but then when you come to place the one on the other side, it's a lot lower because obviously the ground is. So the only way you can do it is to get the ground from here, level it out up to sort of here, so you can put the two together. Then you've got to slope the ground down to come into here, then you can put down a pasture thing here and have the troughs here, and then you can just drive over that to come into this area, because the only other way you can do it is by this field. I mean, that would probably be, if I bought this field, then I could just drive through the hedge. But I wanted to do it so you weren't going through the hedge, you know. So it looks a little bit more realistic, but it's not ideal. I mean, we're not desperate, are we? It's not like I'm that bothered about the environmental score in one respect. It's could just put something on a field. I suppose it'd be a lot less hassle. Certainly would be a lot less hassle. Right, let's get this on here. Get it brought down here. Well, we've got 12 on, so that means I wonder if I can get 3 on. What do you think? Shall we try? 1. No! By the time I've done it, it'd be quicker just to put the 2 on. Oh, it's one of those stupid things you do. You think, oh, that'll save time. And look, you see? And it doesn't. Because everything about it takes you longer. Like this, look, these are going to fall off. So how much longer it's took, and you have to drive slower. We did 3 though. Oh dear. Right. That's my problem. I just try to do things quickly, shortcuts. Oh, that was good, wasn't it? Side slid it in. Absolutely marvellous. Wonder if we can do that again. Oh, there we go. Look, we've got one on sideways here. Oh. Right. Right, I think you've probably seen enough of this, haven't you, to be fair. We'll, yeah. We'll, get the rest of these on. And then we'll, cut back. I'll cut you back in when we're done and we're back in the yard and we'll see if it's finished raining. Yeah, right. I'll see you soon. Righty-ho, well we're back. We had to wait quite a while, 1:30, for the rain to stop. It was only meant to be on till 11, so I've sped up the time, but so I don't know whether there's a problem with that, whether the weather doesn't, you know, it's still like a lot slower updating after you've sped forward. I don't know. I never noticed it was a problem, but I thought that was mentioned in one of the updates. But yeah, what forecast? I think it's 10 or 11 o'clock. But anyway, we've nothing else to do after we've got this field done. I finished the baling off. We've got all those put in the production thingy, fermenting silo. So that's going to do, all of that's going to go into hay, which will bring us a little bit closer to the same level as silage. Not exactly, but then we're in a production, we could do then maybe TMI instead of selling. If we need to sell any silage, we could actually make TMI. I'm sure you'd probably get more selling that. Certainly I don't think we're going to need everything we've got. We have got a lot of it. And as I say, then we'll decide we can obviously get moved on into October. I'll have to check all the feed levels and everything. The chickens are okay and the sheep are definitely fine, because I'm going to leave them to chomp through some of the pasture as well when they run out, and then they've got another 3 bales I think of hay there. It's hay or grass, I can't remember now. That'll be grass, won't it? Yeah. I don't think I've done any tidding or anything, have I? I've left it all to the production thing. So yeah, we'll oh, I never noticed actually, these trees are on this land, I think, aren't they? Let's have a look. Let me have a look. Farmland. Oh no, they're not. I thought maybe I'd free goats and trees there. We could utilise that land. Yeah. So you see how low the trees are in the ground. These ones at the front. That's why right at the top end of the map you had an area where some of the trees were coming across the roads and stuff like that. I mean, if you're on PC, it's fine because you can just chop them down. Just use your, what's the name? But obviously on console, that's, I don't think you'd be able to get into them. If you use like the super strength thing and you just bake, like get the trees to disappear. I mean, you might be able to use that wood chipper thing what you put on the front. That might do it, I suppose. It's just the roots, the base of the trees below the ground, so I think that's where the problem could lie. I think we'll be in a bit of a longer episode than normal. Not a lot though, to be fair, but I wanted to get this field done, so then next month we can just concentrate on, well, mainly concentrate on the corn. We will have, let's go back and do that a little bit there. This field will need liming and, well, fertilising we could do when there, but I could maybe get some slurry on it or something, but it definitely needs both. Definitely. Come across here and that's our lot. I didn't need to bring the truck really, did I? I've driven it back like this. Right, we'll get this dumped in the, I'll drive this down to the mill. We'll get it put in there. Oh crikey, I'm hitting something. What am I hitting? The gate. Oh my gosh. No, no, no. And I had to go at the worker for doing this, didn't I? Right. I'm going to get this sorghum taken down to the mill. We'll get it tipped in there. And that will then probably do us, I think. Where we'll end this one. We'll get it in there anyway. get it started. Oh, I don't know about that. The thing is, we don't have that will only hold so much flour anyway, that production, so but I don't know if you can take it. Oh, we've got a bit of stuff there, haven't we? More oil. Oh, well, we'll have to have a thing of that at the beginning of the next episode, I think. We'll get some things loaded up and get them sold. That's that done. Right. So, yeah. Don't forget, hit that like button if you don't mind. Much appreciated. And if you're still watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It will be greatly appreciated. I stop wandering around when I'm talking. But yeah, I'd just like to say thanks very much for watching. I'll see you all very, very soon. You all take care then. Bye-bye.